Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the value proposition and also our group name are Feast and Faith. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Darren Hill Balbero, and now to formally start our discussion, let me introduce to you my co-teammates that we also discuss some our topics. Here's the two hustler. I'm the one hustler and Kurt Sagat, the hacker, Tom Clyde Dugiles and John Mer Moreno, the hipster, Tanya Villa Serrano and Arche Gonzalez. Okay, let's start our discussion about value proposition which Tanya will discuss.
A pleasant morning, everyone. I will discuss about what is value proposition according to different types of company. A value proposition is a claim that specifically details the advantages that customers will receive from a company's goods and services. A well-crafted value proposition will differentiate the company and or its specific product or service in the marketplace and among a target market or target audience. According to Investopedia, a value proposition should clearly explain how a product fills a need, communicate the specific of its added benefit, and state the reason why it's better than similar products on the market. The second one is word stream company. According naman dito, a value proposition makes the advantages of your products or services abundantly evident from at the onset and explain to potential customer why they should work with you rather than one of other businesses. Sa tech target naman, based sa kanila, ito ang paraan ng kumpanya na masolusyonan ang mga needs at problemang kinakaharap ng mga customers. Kinakailangan din na madaling maintindihan ang detalye ng produkto para mas madaling maalala ng mga customers, katulad na lang ng mga name ng product or company. Sa layman terms naman, sinasabi lang dito na ang value proposition ay tumatalakay sa mga makukuhang benefits ng customer kapag nag-avail sila ng service or bumili ng product sa isang kumpanya. Dito rin makikita na inilalahad ng isang kumpanya ang iba't ibang brands ng kanilang may offer at kung ano ang advantages nito sa ibang produkto ng isang kumpanya.
Value Proposition's Historical Backgrounds. The Value Proposition Canvas and Business Model Canvas were initially developed by Dr. Alexander Osterwalder and published in his books Value Proposition Design and Business Model Generation. The initial work on the business models was grounded in the lean startup movement and the subject of his first publication, Business Model Generation. Value Proposition Design was then written as the companion to Business Model Generation. These books have now sold over 1 million copies and have been published in 37 languages. USA Today named Business Model Generation among the 12 best business books of all time, and the German edition was named Management Book of the Year 2011. The value proposition and business model canvas are currently being used by over 5 million business practitioners around the globe and are now taught in hundreds of business school programs. They are rapidly becoming mainstream best practices in the corporate innovation space. The praise value proposition is credited to Michael Lanning and Edward Michaels, who first used the term in a 1988 staff paper for the consulting firm McKinsey and Corp. In the paper, a business is a value delivery system. The authors define value proposition as a clear, simple statement of the benefits, both tangible and intangible, that the company will provide along with the approximate price it will charge each customer segment for those benefits. Ipinapahayag nila na ang value proposition bilang isang clear at simple statement kung saan nakapaloob ang tangible and intangible benefits na makukuha ng customer pag nag-avail sila ng service or bumili ng products mula sa kumpanya. Value proposition, tangible, intangible benefits. Intangible benefits are those that can be measured in financial terms, while intangible benefits cannot be quantified directly in economic terms. These benefits include customer satisfaction. Sinasabi dito na ang tangible benefits ay ito yung mga benefits na nasusukat. Kabaliktaran naman ito ng intangible benefits kung saan hindi quantifiable at isang halimbawa lang nito ay ang customer satisfaction. Dumayo naman tayo ngayon sa project benefits kung saan nakapaloob ang tangible benefits at intangible benefits. Talakayin muna natin ang mga nakapaloob sa tangible benefits. Una na rito ay ang increased revenue. Masusukat natin ang pagtaas ng income sa isang business. Second is the resource cost savings. Third is the hardware cost savings. And fourth is the software cost savings. Masusukat din natin ang bawas sa mga expenses para mas lalong madagdagan ang kita ng kumpanya. Ang panglima naman ay ang productivity gain kung saan nasusukat din ang efficiency ng workers kapag sila ay nagtatrabaho. Mas tumataas ang productivity kapag mas maraming output ang napoproduce. Lastly is the process improvements. Dahil nasusukat natin ng problems, papasok dito ang process improvements kung saan patuloy ang improvement ng products, services, at processes. Ngayon ay i-discuss naman natin ang mga nakapaloob na halimbawa sa intangible benefits. Pagsasamahin ko ng enhanced user experience at increased customer satisfaction dahil related lang sila sa isa't isa. Kapag maganda ang service, maganda rin ang experience ng customer. Kaya mas lalong tumataas ang customer satisfaction. Susunod na dito ang increase in compliance. Isang halimbawa nito ay ang paying taxes on time. Lastly, ang brand equity. It refers to a value premium that a company generates from a product with a recognizable name when compared to a generic equivalent. Successful business means knowing and doing the following: value proposition canvas, business model canvas, lean concepts, Six Sigma, Pareto's principle, and SWOT analysis. For today's discussion, we're only focusing on value proposition canvas. Value proposition canvas is a visual tool that helps you position your business product or service around your customers' needs. The goal of the value proposition canvas is to identify how your business provides value within the market. You can use one when introducing a new offer into the market or when enhancing an existing one. Ang value proposition canvas daw ay isang tool na nakakatulong sa atin upang malaman kung anong pangangailangan or problema ng isang customer, upang mas mapadali nating mailatag sa kanila kung ano kaya nating i-offer na product or service para masolusyonan ang kanilang pain points. Ang value proposition canvas ay may dalawang building blocks. Ito ang customer profile at ang company's value proposition.
Parts of customer's profile. Ano-ano nga ba ang mga parts ng customer's profile? Customer jobs. These are the tasks the customers are trying to complete, problems they're trying to solve, or needs that they want to satisfy in relation to the products or services that the company is trying to offer. Ito yung mga bagay na sinusubukang gawin ng mga customers sa problema ang gusto nilang lutasin o mga pangangailangan na gusto nilang matugunan kaugnay ng mga produkto or serbisyong sinusubukang ibigay ng isang kumpanya or isang business. Pangalawa, customer pains. These are the generally negative aspects that the customers experience or might experience in the process of getting the jobs done. Ito naman yung mga bagay na negatibong aspekto na mararanasan o posibleng maranasan ng isang customer habang nilulutas ang kanilang mga problema. Pangatlo, customer gains. These are the benefits or positive experiences that the customers expect or could get upon using the products or services that the company is offering. Ito naman yung mga benepisyo o positibong karanasan ng isang customer na sa paggamit ng produkto or serbisyo ng isang kumpanya.
And now, I'm going to explain to you the different parts of value proposition. And let's begin with pain reliever. Based on the word itself, pain reliever. Inaalis na ng pain. Anong pain ba ang tinutukoy dito? Ang pain na tinutukoy dito is pain ng mga customers. At ang pain na to is yung problema na kakaharapin nila when dealing with your business. So, para mawala ng mga pain na yon, kailangan natin syempre ng pain reliever. So pain reliever is the solution to the problem that the customers might encounter. So iniisip na natin dapat ng mga problema na kakaharapin nila para masolusyonan agad. And now, let's proceed with products and services. Dito natin malalaman kung ano nga ba ang mga produkto at serbisyo na makukuha nila when they are availing sa atin, sa business mo. Kung ano nga ba ng mga produkto na binibenta mo o ano nga ba serbisyo na iyong ginagawa. And lastly, gain creator. Dito naman nila malalaman kung ano ang mga benepisyo pag nag-avail sila ng products and services sa'yo. Kung ano nga ba nung mga benepisyo, kung ano ang mapapala nila kung mag-avail sila ng produkto sa'yo. Hello, I'm Kurt Michael S. Sagat and I'm here to introduce you our business, Feast and Fit. Feast and Fit offers catering services to those people who celebrate occasions like debut, birthday parties, christening, wedding, and iba pa. So, if aware ka sa memes na party now and then ligpit later, imbis na mag-enjoy ka the whole day, mag-e-end pa nung happy day mo or nung special day mo with pagod and hassle. That's why Feast and Fit are here to help you na party now and then enjoy the moments later.
Sa own business naman namin, ito ang aming customer job. Wedding, christening, birthday parties, debuts, polite staff, and pleasing staff. Sa customer gain naman namin is affordable. Less stress. Less stress kasi siyempre, di ka na mahirapan kakaisip kung paano set up sa occasion mo. Good service, entertainment. Ito, mahalaga kasi para di maging boring yung celebration. Mag-e-enjoy ka talaga. Variety food. More time with your guests kasi di ka na magpe-prepared. Kumbaga, mas magkakaroon kayo ng time magkakasama. At ito naman ang aming customer pain. Low quality food, unhygienic, food poisoning, impolite staff, never-ending quest, not always available. Kasi minsan, sa sobrang dami nagpapareserve, yun, medyo hindi namin masyadong na babasa yung mga message, ganon. At ang huli, transportation disruption, yun. Siyempre sa Pilipinas, di naman maiwasan yung traffic, yun. Kaya minsan, may nade-delay sa oras ng paghahatid ng mga food sa mga occasion.
Okay, let's discuss our own business on parts of value proposition. We have parts of value proposition. There are products, services, gain creators, pain relievers. On products and services, we have food services, catering, that offer birthday celebration, wedding, christening, and so on. No need to rush anything because sa business na to, mas mapapadali na yung mga gawain mo, hindi mo na kailangan mag-asikaso ng mga foods, like doon ka na lang magpo-focus sa bisita nyo. This is a list of all the products and services a value proposition is built around. It represents a bundle of products and services that help your customer get either a functional, social, or emotional job done, or help them satisfy basic needs. Also, we have to gain creators to achieve what customer needed. The first one is good chef. Sa customer profiles, meron tayo dun variety of food. Syempre, kailangan natin dun ng good chef para yung foods natin ay quality. And also, professional designers, entertainer, good coordinator, good organizer. Sa gains na to, malilesen yung stress natin sa pag-asikaso sa magiging event natin. Sa gain creators naman, describe how your products and services create customers' gain. They explicitly outline how you intend to create benefits that your customer expects, desire, or will be surprised by, including functional, utility, social gains, positive emotion, and cost savings. And the last, the pain relievers. To cure the customer pains, we have on pain relievers are promo deals. Prepare early para hindi ma-disappoint yung mga customers natin. Proper hygiene equipment. Ito yung pinakakailangan sa isang catering, kung malinis ba lahat ng mga nilalagyan ng pagkain, also lalo na yung foods. Train employees, proper catering materials, hired experienced staff. The pain relievers describe how the products and services bundle of the organization relieve customer pains. In this subjection, the designer needs to outline explicitly how to eliminate or reduce what annoys the customer. The diagram uses a field icon to describe the pain relievers using the medicine metaphor.
A fit is achieved when the product and services offered as part of the value proposition address the most significant pains and gains from the customer profile.
Benefits of constructing value proposition canvas. Number 1, gives direction. A clear value proposition is crucial for startups and businesses launching new products. It ensures alignment with your target customers' needs, saving time and resources while avoiding marketing to the wrong audience. Mahalaga na mayroong malinaw na plano ang isang entrepreneur bago magsimula ng isang negosyo. Kapag may plano, alam mo kung saan ka patungo. Sa ganitong paraan, hindi maaaksaya ang iyong oras at effort dahil alam mo ang iyong target market. Pangalawa, creates focus. A strong value proposition guides your business by focusing on what's most important to meet your audience's needs. It helps you stay on track and avoid unnecessary activities or features that don't align with your core work. Pag may value proposition canvas ang isang entrepreneur, ay makakasigurado siyang makakapag-focus siya sa pagtugon ng mga mahalagang pangangailangan ng kanyang customer. Pangatlo, improves customer understanding and engagement. The value proposition is essential for connecting with customers in a meaningful way by understanding how they perceive your offerings. Without this alignment, your communication may lead to misunderstanding or alienation, which hinders sales. It identifies what truly matters to your audience, emphasizing genuine significance or over superficial features. By tailoring your solution to your audience's specific needs, you can engage with them more effectively. Mahalaga ring ang pagkonekta ng isang entrepreneur sa kanyang consumer upang mas makakabuo sila ng pagkakaunawaan. Maaari mo ring ilagay ang iyong sarili sa kanilang sitwasyon ng iyong customer nang sa ganun ay matugunan mo ang kanilang mga pangangailangan.
Some of today's biggest brands started with humble beginnings, and no one embodies this better than Adidas founder Adolf Adi Dassler. Dassler's shoemaking career began in his mother's washroom in small town in Bavaria, Germany. It was there that Dassler began designing and cobbling shoes and decided that he wanted to make the best possible sports shoe for athletes. Dassler's vision is to create the best shoe for athletes provided itself in 1954, when the German national football team won the World Cup final against the Hungarians, while wearing the new model of Adidas cleats. Since then, Adidas has grown into an international brand for high-quality athletic wear. Dassler's story sheds light on the importance of listening to target customers about their dreams, about their needs and pain points. So, just like others businesses, Adidas also starts from scratch. They undergo ups and downs, but the question is, how did they manage to stay on top, or how did Adi manage to stay on top? Well, it is according to internet, it is when Adi met the athletes. Listen carefully about what they said and constantly observe what can be improved or what can be invented to support their needs. So the key that Adi uses is he listened and he observed. When you understand the value proposition or when you have a value proposition and you apply it to your business will surely grow or will surely bloom. Why? Kasi sa value proposition, nakasaad dun yung mga customer pains. And when you understand it, meron kang solution or right solution in every situation na nandoon. For example, halimbawa ako, nagtayo ako ng business, tapos kunyari, hindi ko alam yung mga customer pains, hindi ko alam yung mga customer jobs, customer things, kung yung mga gain nila sa business ko, basta nagtayo lang ako, tapos, yung business ko na yun is walang kapupuntahan. Hindi siya mag-bloom, hindi siya mag-grow. Why? Kasi, hindi ko alam yung mga pains, yung mga pangangailangan, yung mga hinahanap ng mga customer sa business ko. Hindi ko alam yon. So, the right thing to do is before bago ka magtayo ng business or before putting up a good business, if you want it to grow or if you want it to be successful, just create a right value proposition kasi nakalagay doon lahat ng customer pains, customer jobs, andun din yung mga gains, yung mga makukuha nila sa'yo, lahat. Kumbaga, pagka nagtayo ka ng ganon, is you will have an idea about your customers and about your business na surely na magagamit mo para ikaw ay maging successful o mamayagpag ka sa business mo na hindi ka bababa. Although, hindi naman may iwasan yon, pero you will have a good sale sa karera mo. And starting a right business means understanding the value proposition. And understanding the value proposition means success. Why? Starting a right business means understanding the value proposition. Because putting up a right business means you understand your customer pain. Sabi ko nga kanina, pagka nagtayo ka ng business and when you apply a value proposition, you understand all. You understand the customer pains, their jobs, you understand the customer needs, the customer gains. And when you understand it all, syempre, when you understand the value proposition itself, it means success. So, a right business can lead you to success if you apply a value proposition on it. Kasi, kung magtatayo ka lang naman ng business, tapos wala kang ka-idea about value proposition, or hindi mo man lang ginawa ang value proposition, sa tingin mo ba mamamayagpag yung business mo? Syempre, hindi. Kasi, hindi mo alam yung mga customer pains. Sabi ko nga kanina, hindi mo alam yung mga solutions. Kasi, habang dumarating yung panahon, yung value proposition naman is pwedeng maging relevant or maging timely. Why? Ba't ko nasabi? Kasi, halimbawa ako, nagtayo ako ng business, tapos may problema akong ganito. Or may alam akong customer pains na ganito. Ito lang ang, syempre, pag magtatayo ako ng business, iisipin mo, pag gumawa ka na ng value proposition, iisipin mo na yung mga customer pains. So, pagka meron ka ng customer pains, habang tumatagal yung business mo or habang namamayagpag ka sa business, hindi yon magiging parang yun lang. Kumbaga, madadagdagan at madadagdagan at madadagdagan at madadagdagan at madadagdagan yun. So, pwede mong i-adjust yung value proposition mo na maging timely, maging relevant, and that's when you become successful. Why? Kasi, in every customer pains na nadadagdag, you have a solution. You have a right solution or kaya mong i-handle lahat habang dumadating yung panahon. Kumbaga, hindi ka lang nakapokus sa dati, nagpo-focus ka sa mga maaaring dumating na problema, sa mga maaaring dumating na pagsubok pa. And that's when you become a successful businessman. Hindi ka lang nag-iisip ng ngayon, iniisip mo rin yung mga sa darating pang panahon na maaaring mangyari sa business mo or maaaring dumating sa'yo. So in conclusion, a value proposition is a clear and concise statement that communicates the unique benefits and advantages a product, service, or solution offered to its target audience or customers. It summarizes a particular offering over alternatives, emphasizing the value it delivers. So, value proposition is important in putting up a business because it can help in attraction of potential customers by communicating clearly and having an advantage of your product or service. And it may also give you an edge towards your competitors if you have a good value proposition. Also, a right value proposition can make you adaptable in any kind of situation because as market change, your value proposition can be adjusted to remain relevant or timely. A well-crafted value proposition can help you attract, retain, and satisfy customers while distinguishing your business in a competitive market. It is a critical tool for business success and growth. So without a plan, even the most brilliant business can get lost. You need to have goals, create milestones, and have a strategy in place to set yourself up for success. So, syempre alam natin na pag wala kang plano, or basta mo lang minamanage yung business, tapos kunyari ano ka na sa rurok na gusto mo, syempre alam natin na hindi yun mag-grow pagka halimbawa, kunyari nakamit ko na yung parang rurok ng kaligayahan ko dahil nagtayo kunyari ko ng business tapos nagkakapera na ako, syempre maligaya ka dahil nagkakapera ka. Pero kung hanggang dun lang ang gusto mo, wala kang goals, kumbaga na-achieve mo yung achievement mo na magkapera, yumaman, ganon, pero wala ka ng goals dahil ang iniisip mo dahil mayaman ka na, tuloy-tuloy yung business mo, syempre ang mangyayari doon is babagsak. Sabi nga, even the most brilliant business can get lost if we don't have plan or you don't create a milestone. Dapat lagi yan parang hagdan. Kumbaga, pagka halimbawa andito ka na, dapat itinataas mo ng itinataas. Kumbaga, halimbawa, nando ka na sa gitna na parang maganda-ganda na yung business mo, na nagkakapera-pera ka na, nababawi mo na yung mga ganto, nabibili mo na yung mga gusto mong bilhin na hindi mo dati nabibili. Syempre, ang goal mo dyan, kailangan you create a milestone in every step. Kumbaga, halimbawa, lagi dapat tinataas mo pa. Kasi, hindi naman sa habang panahon na yung business mo na yun, malago. Alam natin na merong mga tao din na naghahangad na parang mapunta sa kinalalagyan mo na maging successful. So, magtatayo din sila ng business. Siyempre, hindi natin maiiwasan ng what ifs. What if, kunyari, ang nangyari, mas naungusan ka nila. Dapat, meron kang strategy or laging hindi ka nauubusan ng bala na pambato. Kumbaga, halimbawa, ako, may business ako, tapos may nagtayo ng business na parang gusto mas maungusan ako. Syempre, ang labanan nyo dyan is yung produkto. Kailangan may strategy ka kung paano mas yung mga tao bibili sa'yo sa produkto mo at laging parang kumbaga magiging number 1 ka. Syempre, dapat, sabi niya, you create a milestone and have a strategy in place to set up yourself for success. Kumbaga, yung strategy na yon, ayun yung kailangan na magdadala sa'yo sa taas. Kumbaga, hindi ka magpaplano ng strategy or hindi ka iisip ng isang strategy na parang pa jembang lang na strategy na kumbaga basta ka lang nag-isip ng strategy tapos wala kang goals. Dapat you create a milestone and have a strategy in place magkasama. Kumbaga, pag may strategy ka, you also create a milestone for your business para ma-achieve mo yung success na hinahangad mo. Syempre, hindi naman natin kasi may iwasan na lagi may kompetensya dyan. Kaya kailangan you have a goals which create a milestone and have a strategy in place.